Are we naming the piece Grave Clothes?
Take off your grave clothes?
But I think because the taking off of the grave clothes also works with like the scripture that in a lot of the New Testament where it says that we take off the flesh and that we take off the sin and the thing and we put on the righteousness and we put on this stuff. So I feel like the taking off of clothes and the putting on the clothes is very symbolic just in general. And although there is a work that we need to do as a community of the way we look at one another as born again believers to actually in our mind's eyes take off the grave clothes we're putting people in and like view them as resurrected beings as God views them. There's a work we have to do, but there's also like an internal work we have to do within ourselves.
But I feel like there are certain like common things that I think holds us back as a generation. I think there's some common things that we could find, whether that be like church trauma, whether that be like just like new ways of like thinking, like rationality, like, you know what I mean, things like that. I feel like we can find a common thread.
Okay, this project is for those who are holding on to their faith by a thread. That thread being the intimacy and love once experienced. Those who feel like their faith can't be revived because they're struggling to believe everything they once easily accepted. It's for the doubtful Christian who feels like their questions are too big for God. Those who can't reconcile the need to have a relationship with God with their distaste for the church. Oof. It's for friends who feel like they've lost their families to the world. It's for you when you feel like the intimacy you once shared with God is dead. But we don't mourn for what comes back to life. We mourn for things forever lost. We have this hope that he who started a good work in us will bring it into completion. This project is an invitation to take off your grave clothes. It is a prayer for this generation that Christ's resurrection power would break through the walls of religiosity, culture, generational trauma, the self. That new life would be found in every heart that has lost hope. That's really good.
It's like,
Oof, you said some one-liners in there that kind of hurt. But
hurt?
In a good way, yeah.
Oh, I was like, hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for the friends who feel like they've lost their families to the world. I was like, ouch.
But it's like to show that it's not a thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. It's just really honest. Yeah, the uncomfortable part where I'm like, oh yeah, this is what we're talking about.
No, I felt that too, right? And I was like, oh, this feels so uncomfortable to write, but it's like, it's true.
It is.
Okay, fine, I'll do better.
Okay, so are we just describing the suffocation process?
Yeah, do you want to write it? This project is meant to capture the process of coming alive. The suffocation is, I would say it's actually like sort of the most uncomfortable stage.
Yeah. I was gonna, in my head, I was like, the suffocation is the most unbearable discomfort a person of faith finds himself in.
Yeah. I also like saw some like people doing saran wrap.
That's an option. It's so scary.
Yeah. Because I saw saran wrap and it even sort of could give the glass
I was gonna say.
The process is so ugly. The process is ugly. I don't even know what I was trying to say here.
It's currently 2:07 a.m. How are you feeling about the shoot?
Good. There's still so much to do. Just getting everyone up to speed.
That's true.
Yeah. That's like, but it needs to happen like by tomorrow.
Oh my god.
If it's on Saturday.
Yeah, because tomorrow's Tuesday. We have time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you're just messaging our hopeful volunteers. We finished our pitch deck, so we're gonna pitch it to them. This is what it looks like actually right now.
And as you know, Hannah and I are working on a project together. Our photo shoot is this Saturday. We have a presentation that we want to share with you all so you can understand the vision and what we have planned. I know some of you might not be available for Saturday, but we still want to join with the style so that we can make up for you.
Sounds good.